stuff like that that I remember how blessed I am and how much God's done in my life. I'm so sorry about missing this whole week of videos. I went back home for my godchild's birthday party, Miss Ella, and Dustin needed my laptop because he had to stay behind and stay at work. So, you know, that's where I edited everything and I upload everything, so I wasn't able to do that this week. But I am back in Florida. I went home for Ella's party, me and Lion, and then I left Lion back home so that me and Dustin could finish packing and get everything moved back down to Louisiana. So I will be posting a video, a vlog about Ella's party. Everything was absolutely beautiful. Shelby did an amazing job on the decorations. I went and helped her set everything up. Everything looked awesome. And I had a really great time, and I would not have missed it for the world. I'm so glad that my husband was okay with me going, and you know, because we have a lot going on right now. So he was super supportive of me taking this time to go home and be there for my sweet Ella girl. So I will do a vlog about that. But this video, I really wanted to share some more of what God has done in our lives, because we're about to leave Florida. So I kind of just wanted to share how he blessed us, bringing us here, and how it was an answered prayer. With the military, or with the Navy anyway, you know, you stay at a certain place for so long. And Dustin had been in Maryland, and he was, it was coming up the time, not long after we had got married, that he was gonna have to pick a new duty station. And you get to pick 3 times, 3 places each time. And before he started picking, we found out I was pregnant with our Lion, and I really wanted to be as close as we could be to home. So Florida was it for us. And sometimes the first round you pick and you'll get your next duty station. Other times you have to go through each, you know, there's 3 rounds. With us, Dustin picked Florida for the first time. He picked 3 different places. I think he picked 2 Floridas and then another place. Didn't get it. The second time he picked as many Floridas as he could and then whatever other place. Still didn't get it. So the third time I'm really praying. You know, I really wanted my baby to be close. You know, I wanted us to be close to home. I wanted everybody to be able to come up for his birth. And so the third time he picked, I think it was 2 Floridas again, and then I think it was San Diego that he picked. And we got Jacksonville, Florida, where we have been for the past 2 years. And I was on cloud 9. I was so excited. And God, I mean, literally just blessed us being here. So we found out that before we even announced that I was pregnant at all. So it all happened like, I found out I was pregnant. We found out we were going to Florida. We announced it. And then the next couple of months was us having to get everything together to move. And we had to find a new place in Florida. And this is all like 3 or 4 months after we got married. Like, this was so fast into our marriage. So for Thanksgiving, we were going home, and we stopped in Florida over here in Jacksonville to look at apartments. We looked at one place. It was really nice. The price was a little bit high. Then the second place, we absolutely fell in love. You know, we had been praying for the right place, a safe area, for Lion and for us and the right price. And it happened that if we signed the lease that day, we got $500 off of our, first month's rent, which was awesome. And then of course our security deposit was waived, our application fees were waived. So like we were blessed in that area too. That was really awesome. So flash a little bit forward to February 1st, I think it was, that Dustin, he drove to Florida to get the keys, get everything moved in, because I was back home and we were having my baby shower. So he drove all the way here, got our stuff set up, and then came back home, and then me and him came back, and then we started our journey here. And it's been the best 2 years and the hardest 2 years, because Dustin also deployed while we were here. He was gone a lot while we were here, and we knew that that our next duty station he would have to deploy. So it was really bittersweet because we were so excited to have Florida, but we were also so sad because we knew Dustin was gonna have to leave eventually. We also knew once we got to Florida, it'd only be about 2 months before we met our baby. So just like Maryland will always have a special place in my heart, because that's where Dustin and I built the beginning of our relationship. That's where he proposed to me. That's where we got married. That's where we found out we were pregnant. Florida will also be very special in my heart, because this is the place where we brought our baby into the world. This is the place where we brought him home for the first time, where we really got to grow as a family. And it's when I look back on stuff like that that I remember how blessed I am and how much God's done in my life. He always does it. He always shows up. He always makes a way, and I'm so grateful and thankful for him and all that he has done in our lives these past 2 years in Florida. And I've been a little sad packing everything up, and I'm ready for this next chapter though, and I know that God will continue to open doors, and he will continue to make a way, and he will continue to answer our prayers, and I'm excited to continue to grow in him and do that back home with my family. I'm excited to be back in my grandpa's church every Sunday morning. I'm excited for Lion to get to be around family all the time. I'm just thankful, and I really just wanted to share this video because it doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter what you're believing for. It doesn't matter what circumstances are surrounding you. If you give it to God, if you trust in him, if you really trust in him, he will make a way. He will make it work. He will provide. He's every single apartment we've ever gotten. When we first moved here, we were in one apartment, and then when Dustin deployed, we decided to move out because we were gonna be home for 6 months. So after the 6 months were up, we had to find another place. And so the one we're in now, our townhouse, which we loved it here. This was the first time in my life where I really, really, really had to stand in faith, because it was like a month before. It was June. Me and Lion came up in June to come look at places again. I really wanted to stay where we were the last time, but they had raised their prices. They were out of our price range. They didn't have anything available that we wanted, like a 2-bedroom. So I had to look at other places, and so Lion and I drive all the way out here and find nothing in our price range, nothing available when we needed it. And I started to freak out a little bit, because it's like God always answered my prayers. It seemed like just like that, I was never left waiting. I never had to stand when it looked like it wasn't going to happen. And sometimes that's how it works. You know, God's timing is the best timing, and He knows what He's doing. Well, even if it takes years, if it takes months, it doesn't matter, because He knows what He's doing. He's making everything fall into place. He's opening every door. So it's like a month before Dustin is supposed to get back, and I'm just believing, you know, God, that He's gonna work it out, that He's gonna provide a place that it was cheaper than our last one, in a safe area, everything that we needed. And so I asked him, I'm like, you know, Sunday was coming up, I was like, you know, what should I put in the offering? So he put it on my heart to put $100. And so I do that. That next week, I find a place, perfect size, perfect price. We could move in the first, which was exactly what I wanted. I mean, literally, I want to say it was the next day, I called them up. I was like, look, this is exactly what we want. I'm ready to start the process. I don't even have to come look at it. This is what we want. And I got all the paperwork done. And by the end of the week, we had a place. And it was a really stressful time, but at every place that we've ever been in these past 3 years away from home, God has worked it out financially. He has worked it out safety-wise. He has worked it out where we had more than enough room. He has just completely blessed us. And I just want to encourage you to just keep standing in your faith, no matter how long it takes. I know some prayers, they get answered like this, and other ones, it's like you just have to keep standing. But if you believe that when you pray that you receive it, you just have to keep thanking Him that it is yours. So I hope you love this video. Stay tuned. I will probably be switching up my posting days with everything that's coming up. So I want to post my next video Tuesday with Ella's party and everything. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. And thank you again for all the love and the support that y'all have shown me. I enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy sharing what God has done in our lives with you. And thanks for watching.